Hey, everybody. So there's this thing I want to talk about. It has to do with kids kind of bumping into each other. Um, when we're in the classroom, they're bumping into each other's ideas, they're bumping into each other's bodies. An adult might say, well, you need to use your words. Well, they don't have words because if they did, they'd use them. So we are their coaches, we are their mentors. I have this story from Bev Boss years ago, and there were these two little kids. They were riding their tricycles and they kept ramming into each other. They couldn't figure out how to go around one another. They haven't quite figured that out. So she goes, "Well, use your words." Well, the one kid looks at the other kid and said, "Move, you dumb." So she never really did that again. And it's funny, but at the same time, it was real big information for her. She realized that she needed to kind of come up with some other things in order to help the kids understand how to negotiate with one another. And over the years, with visiting with her and visiting with others who also use different strategies with children, I've done lots of note taking. And so I call it the language of negotiation. And so this is what I'm offering you. So, number one, asking and expecting kids to share is off the table. It's done. It's done. We're forcing kids to relinquish their own ideas and to accommodate somebody else. We are displacing one child's value over another, and then we become the bullies. There are moments when there is enough for everyone, like a big cake. There are times when we have to wait. And that's called gratification and deference. And that's where we need to forego our immediate needs in order to gain a more long lasting benefit, such as a playmate or someone who wants to hang out with us. And that's real life. That's a skill that we all need to learn. And notice I didn't say friend, and that's a whole nother topic. Kids need us to help them navigate these situations. So once upon a time, there's this magical place, what's called a neighborhood. And that's where a lot of mixed age kids got together and they interacted with one another. And the older kids would mentor the younger ones. If you wanted to be part of the group or any group, you fell in line, you delayed your own gratification so you could be part of the group. Um, and you didn't always get your own way. Children need mentors. That's one reason why I am also a proponent of mixed age grouping, at least in preschool. I've got a couple of my older kids that did through elementary school have the advantage of being in a mixed age group, which was great. I had an advantage growing up where I had 1 year of a mixed age group, and that was great. But, basically, the other thing too is just because they did it yesterday, that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to do it today. That's just the way that their little brains work. And so we spend a lot of time during our day mentoring and helping them navigate, right? So the other thing is a lot of repetition, a lot of practice. They just have to do that. So every day is a new day. So here I've got Fox and I've got Dog, and here's Fox. He's got this little ball that I kind of threw together really fast. Just this little ball, and he's playing and he's having a great time. He's really into a deep learning zone, and his brain is working on this whole spherical thing he's got in his hands and all the different things that can do. And here's Dog. Dog is watching Fox have fun. And Dog wants to have fun too. So Dog comes up to Fox and he starts taking the toy. But you have to consider Dog's intention. Dog's intention is he wants to have fun. And because Dog is egocentric, he doesn't really understand. So he assumes that Fox wants Dog to have fun too. So here's Fox and here's Dog, and all of a sudden you've got this thing going on. And it's okay to take the toy because basically Dog is not seeing Fox. He's not seeing Fox as having his own body and his own ideas. He's just seeing Fox is attached to the ball, to the little toy. So he's having fun. He wants to have fun. The ball is the fun, not Fox. The ball is the fun. Not understanding there's a little other being here that's a little bit attached and quite invested in this toy and with these ideas. So I've seen this play out in a lot of different ways. I've done mentoring, worked with practicum students, and um, just been in the business a long time and helped new employees come on board with these types of strategies. So here's some of the things I've seen. Use your words. So it's that assumption again that this kiddo came with an operational social dictionary and just knows how to pull this stuff out of the air, especially when all of a sudden they're being basically attacked. Their ideas and their little body is being attacked. You could say, you've had it long enough, give it to dog. It's dog's turn. So now you are the bully. The adult now is the bully. I'll set a timer. So now the adult has full control over my decisions and my needs. And I'll address timers another time because there's a place for it. I'm putting the ball away, seeing as you two can't get along. Basically, the adult has no idea what just happened, really doesn't have the skills or the strategies to start helping it with that language of negotiation, helping children navigate this thing, which is basically our job. It's our job. You know better. Okay, so what past are you pulling forward here when you say that? There isn't any reason for you to be acting like that. Well, maybe there is. Just play with dog. Just play with dog. He needs a friend. He's new. Don't you want to be a good friend? Okay, guilt, 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 guilt. So in a preschool classroom, as the adults, we spend most of our day assisting and mentoring children how to navigate routines and being with others. That is a social expectation that these little people are going to grow up to be good citizens, right? And we have the grave responsibility to make certain that the strategies we follow have to do with best practices, are not punitive, and it's something that we're pulling from our own childhoods that maybe we haven't unpacked yet. So here's some ideas. Here's what comes from a lot of notes. This is some Bevisms. These are some other people, excuse me, that I just sat at their feet and gleaned from their wisdom over the past many years. So the adult, Fox, did you want dog to take the toy? He thought it was okay. You can say yes or no. So now you've got two things that you've just set up. You've acknowledged dog wanting the toy, but he thought it was okay. You're informing Fox he thought it was okay. You can say yes or no. It's not okay. Okay. Now, the adult, you can say, dog, ask Fox if you can use the toy. He may say yes or no. Again, you're letting Fox know that he still has the power and the entitlement to continue using this toy. So then you can say, Fox, do you want dog to use the toy? Do you want the dog to use the toy now or later? So the other thing is asking dog, what will you do while you wait? So dog, ask Fox to give you the ball when they're done. What will you do while you wait? And then you help them. So you may have to take them out, well, let's go look at this. Let's go look at this. As soon as they're done, they will give it to you. I had this thing happen, it was years and years ago. So we had stick horses out on the playground, and one child wanted that stick horse that that particular child had, because it was that stick horse that that other child wanted. Not the other ones that we had to offer. Nope, it had to be that one. So we went through the thing, asked, and the child said, yes, I will give it to you when I'm done. Trots off. Well, this other kiddo is like following her, saying, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? To the point, I'm like, finally, the other kid just threw it at her and said, here, you take it. So you got to keep an eye on things. You think you're done, you think, okay, I got this, they're going off, they're fine. And it's like, no, here, take it. Quit bugging me. Anyway, just so you know. Uh, but what will you do while you wait? You need to wait then and help them if they need help navigating something else to do. Adult, is there a way you can both use it at the same time? But this is only if you sense with your wisdom that this is even a possibility. Know what kind of a relationship that they already have. Don't force it. Don't randomly create a new game where, oh, we're all going to sit down together and we'll all play with the thing together, okay? Just so that, there's a box that you've got that you need to check off. So Fox will have relinquished power and the adult just took it away. And that's not learning. So be careful of that. The adult can say, Fox, tell dog you don't want to play that way. So here's Fox who just got this thing taken away, and it's like, tell dog you don't want to play that way. And then you may have to go back up to the top and start running through some of these strategies so that they both understand the expectation around this, so that Fox is empowered to tell dog whatever is needed to be said. And dog then is empowered to choose something different while he waits, knowing that they're going to get the toy. So they're both empowered. It's an opportunity for them to navigate and learn about patience and waiting, choosing something different, that I'm safe, my ideas and my needs are safe. Remember, Fox was in that deep zone with the toy. That zone was interrupted. So how can we safeguard that deep learning that was going on and empower both Fox and dog? That's the question that I'm leaving with you. So as you go back and you start observing these things, you start trying out some of these strategies. That is what you want to think. How can I empower both of them? What do I need to do? And then depending on the development of Fox, we may need to be the spokesperson, and even with dog too. So I have asked children specifically, are these the words you want me to tell dog? Or do you want me to tell Fox? Because there's this skill development, that skill development thing. It's a developmental timeline or a continuum. It can take kids anywhere from a year to 3 years to master some things. We're talking about block building, where you get into very complex things, and drawing, and even interacting meaningfully with other people. We have to protect the child's right to this dynamic and provide appropriate assistance and empower them to tell us what they need. So rather than asking, here's some other things, rather than asking a child, well, what happened? Because remember, they have to go back into the past now, and some of them don't have that reverse thinking yet. That takes time. Well, what happened? Now, I don't know. I'm freaking out, and I don't know. I just. So here's what I lead with. What do you need? Would you like a drink of water? It's okay. I can get you a drink of water. Because right now I'm going, right, what do you need? Egocentric child, what do you need? Tell me what you need. Would you like a drink of water? Would you like to sit with me for a minute? We'll figure this out. We're going to figure this out. And then sometimes what I might say is, what happened just before you started to cry? I get a lot of clarity with this. And this one came from Dan Hodgins, who partnered with Bev Boss for many years. What happened just before you started to cry? Or just before you fell? Or just before the child may say, Fox took the truck away. And I say, Fox, what happened just before you took the truck away? Following? Because I've had the other child say, well, I had it first. And now I'm clear. Because what I would have done, Fox took the truck away. I would have just taken it away from Fox, say, that wasn't kind, and then just given it to dog. Well, now I say, what happened just before you took the truck away? And I've had some kids literally just, here, I'm busted, and go off. And then I start, well, ask them if you can have it when you're done, or there's another truck over there, the whole thing, all day long, right? And then I had it first. Then, if you need to, you go back to the top and you say, oh, so Fox took it and thought it was okay. So you can tell Fox that wasn't okay. You can have it when I'm done. So you go back to the top and you start all over. It took me a while to get all this. All right, it took me a while, but I wanted it really bad because I saw how it worked and how it added clarity, how it helped children really navigate these moments and these situations. And then they begin to trust us because we know that we're being consistent with this. And they know that we have got their backs and their hearts. What happened just before you fell? little things like that. Now, when a kiddo gets really distressed and they do the, I want it now. Now, this is coming from Beth. I calmly say, and I want you to have it. Empathy. But Fox is using it right now. Fox will give it to you when they're done with it. But that's only if I've walked through the pieces up above. If not, I will start at the top and then start working in with that and start the whole thing, the process, so that the I want it now can get clarity. Say, and now what would you like to do while you wait? Nothing. That's okay. Nothing is a great choice. You can come over here in the book area and just hang out and just do nothing. And then you know that Fox will give it to you when they're done. Now, we have to keep an eye on that. Once Fox is finished, the likelihood that they're going to remember to give it to dog is like not. So once another sparkly object catches the child's attention, whatever's in their other hand as they're going this way just sort of gets dropped by the wayside. Have you ever seen that happen? I have. So um, I will ask Fox, are you done? But if Fox is knee deep in another project or play, if there's been a little bit of a time lapse, I will not insist that they stop and then go back and get the toy and give it to dog. It's only before they re-engage or move back into that very deep zone of thinking and relationship with another object that I will ask them to get the toy to give to dog. So I will go ahead and do it. I might just check in. I might walk up to Fox and just say, finished with this? Okay, give it to dog. And then, and then don't be surprised if dog has moved on. It happens. Oh, I don't know. I'm doing this now. And that's fine. But again, you have built that bridge of trust because they know they're safe. They know their emotions are safe. They know that what they're thinking is safe. So these strategies, I will tell you, are simple. Once you get it all down, you got to practice, practice, practice. They're smart and they're really sensible. And once they're learned, they stick. A story, our daughter, there's a big age span between her brothers and her. And so she came to preschool with me for a couple of years. And we even kept her there for kindergarten because there was a whole bunch of navigation issues that just were not going to work out. And then when she got to big school, she was the one on the playground using all of these strategies. I had teachers coming up to me and saying, oh my gosh, your daughter is just this, all the kids go to her to help them solve their problems. And I'm sitting there, standing there going, well, where are the playground people? You get it? You get it? So these things do go beyond the classroom. I've had other parents come back after a few years and say, oh my gosh, they're doing great. So remember, these are simple, they're smart, and they're sensible. And they hold the child. We hold the child here. We hold them so that they can learn how to navigate and negotiate. It works, guys. It works. So anyway, leave some comments. I've got some other stuff up the road I want to share with you. Enjoy it. Practice.